What is the best hockey puck to use when you can't use an actual puck? What's going on, y'all? Kazxi here, and today we're going to take a look at the top 3 off-ice training pucks, comparing them with 3 different tests. The slide test is a lot more wobbly. The shot test, and up first, the visual test. Now, when you think off-ice puck, the first thing that comes to mind for most hockey players has got to be the green biscuit. Now, this thing is pretty much the industry standard. It's got a 2-piece design to help it absorb shock, and we will also take a look at the snipe biscuit later in this video.
Ooh.
I picked up 3 of these the other day at my local shop, and I paid around $48, averaging to about 15 bucks a pop. Next on the list is the Xeno puck, and this thing is quite unique.
I definitely wouldn't take a clapper with one of these.
It's made of this really hard, almost metal-like material, very similar to like a cooking pot, and it retails for $18 a piece. And last but not least is one you've maybe never seen, and that's the puck around. This one actually just came out this year, and it's kind of a mixture of the first 2. This one retails for $15, and it's got a similar multi-part design like the green biscuit, but all 4 sections spin independently. It's a bit more solid and heavy like the Xeno puck, both of which claim to be the same weight as an ice puck. So before we head outside, let's put that to the test. Now, ice pucks can actually vary a bit in weight. According to Google, an NHL puck should weigh between 156 grams and 170 grams. I went ahead and did a little test of my own, weighing 10 pucks, where my average came to about 166. The green biscuit is our lightest off-ice puck, weighing in at only 120 grams. While the snipe was a bit heavier, weighing in around 147, the puck around weighed in at 152 grams, making it a little bit lower than our average, and our heaviest puck on this list today is the Xeno puck, weighing in at 164, putting it very close to our experimental average. Dimensions-wise, all of these look pretty darn close to me. On now to test number 2, the slide test. Now, obviously, simulating that slippery ice feel on a surface like concrete is not an easy task, and each of these pucks went about it a different way, so let's jump into it.
Up first, we've got the green biscuit here, and we're gonna try out a handful of different surfaces. Right now, we are out in the street, which is a semi-smooth concrete, but not quite as smooth as one of the rinks that we're gonna head to shortly. Overall, the green biscuit's got a really smooth slide, but I will say it is noticeably lighter than an ice puck. The 2-piece design is really nice. It definitely helps it absorb those rougher surfaces and the random bounces you might hit, but the plastic doesn't quite simulate that rubber feel. Onto the Xeno puck now. So this is the only one that's a 1-piece design, which you can definitely see it does not quite absorb the bumps as well. Lastly, onto the puck around here. This one's also a similar dark look, which is a little bit harder to see on this asphalt right now. Weight-wise, this one also feels pretty similar to the Xeno and an ice puck. I do think it grabs this concrete just a little bit more, but also the plastic material that they used on this one, I would honestly say is probably closest to that rubber that you'd feel on a puck. Overall, all of these pucks work decently well stationary on the concrete, but let's see how they do going a little bit faster. If I were to try and make a pass to a teammate who's this direction, how well do they slide? Let's find out. Not too bad. A couple of hops, went pretty straight. Xeno puck now. Put a little bit more sauce on that one unintentionally, but went to about the same spot, but if you could see, it's a lot more wobbly. And lastly, our wraparound here. Oh man, I definitely put too much sauce on that one. But when it landed flat and slid. Let's try that one more time. This time I'm setting him a bit harder. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Okay, it didn't pop up. Definitely wobbles though. Say the clear loser of that one is the Xeno puck. Green biscuit and the puck around are pretty even, honestly. Maybe the green biscuit slides slightly better, but the puck around's also significantly heavier. So take that as you will. Last thing I want to test here on the road is how well each of these slides if you were to skate with them. Now, you've all seen the green biscuit works quite well on just about any surface. So we're gonna skip right over that and jump into the Xeno puck now. And I don't know if I've actually ever tried to deke with this thing while moving. And that's why, right there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't say that's the best for skating with. Lastly, the puck around here. Let's go. Definitely better than the Xeno puck, but not quite as smooth as the green biscuit. And as silly as it sounds, I wish there was a color option for both the Xeno and the puck around. This asphalt is just the same exact color as both of these. Makes it pretty hard to see.
Now, I should also mention the sponsor of today's video is a company called Hockey Wraparound. They created this blade protector to allow you to use your ice stick on concrete, but they also made the puck around. Now, I was very clear with them that I was not just going to glaze their product as you just saw. It has its pros and its cons, but they said that's exactly what they wanted. They just want people to know this thing exists. So by the end of this video, if you do want to try out a puck around for yourself, I've dropped a link in the description and you can use code Kazxi for 10% off. Shout out to Wraparound. Thanks for sponsoring. Last thing before we move on to the shooting test, we're here at the ODR now where the concrete is significantly smoother. Green Biscuit feels pretty similar than it did on the road, but the other two, this is where they really shine. You can tell that the Xeno and the puck around were clearly built to be used on ODRs like this one. But let's see if that's also the case on rollerblades. Just to kind of see how these things bounce as well. Here's the puck around. Not too bad. Green Biscuit, also not too bad. This thing is my concern, the Xeno puck. This thing is just a brick. All right, puck around here, definitely much better than it was on the road. It's not jumping up at all. You can actually deke much quicker with it. And onto the Xeno puck now. Much more solid. Again, you just hear that sound. Same kind of thing though, much, much better. There's a little roll on me. Alrighty, on to the shooting test now, which I would do at this rink if it weren't for this thing. I mentioned earlier the material that the Xeno puck is made out of being similar to a cast iron pot. I'm pretty confident that this thing would shatter the glass out here, and there's already a couple panes that have been broken, so we're not gonna risk it, so let's head next door and get some shots in. So two main things that I'm taking into consideration when shooting is number one, is the puck durable? And the second thing is, how does it feel? I'm gonna get some headphones in, see if I can lock in and rip a few bar down. Starting with the puck around here. Not seeing any damage on this thing at all here, which is good to see. Onto the Xeno here. First thoughts, the puck around and Xeno feel decently similar. Again, that hard material on the Xeno though is a little bit different. Like, you're not absorbing that puck as much. It's just such a rock. I mean, just listen. Like, you can just hear that crash sound when you snap it. And I definitely wouldn't take a clapper with one of these. I would not dare. Wow, isn't that quite a sound? All right, so as I mentioned before, we're gonna be looking at the Snipe Biscuit as well, because the original Green Biscuit is not made for shooting. I think most of us know that if you hit this thing right, it is going to absolutely explode, which is why they made the Snipe Biscuit. So the darker green version is designed for shooting. We saw it was a little bit heavier. Oh, well, that one's dark green too in the green grass. That's gonna be brutal. Uh-oh. Is it alive? All right, it survived one shot. Go shag these other two though. Oh, there it is. Did it break? No, it did not. This thing is taking quite a beating though. Oh no. Wait. Okay, thank goodness. And the Green Biscuit's gotta be out here somewhere. These things I'm curious about. I mean, like, has anyone broken one of these? Do these break? So funny story about the puck around too. I actually got to try out the prototype for these and I shattered every single one of them. But the cool thing to see was the fact that they totally changed it. The material is different. It's got a lot better spin and I have not broken one since, and I have seriously tried. All right, let's get one more round of shots here to wrap it up. Whew. That's enough shooting for me. Let's see if there's any damage. Puck around, nope. And Green Biscuit, I think we actually got some decently stable ones here today. No breakage today, which is actually kind of surprising. I banged a few Green Biscuits off of there and no cracks in those, but the Xeno puck is pretty durable. Now I have cracked a couple of these and this is what it looks like when those break. Really odd breaks. They just kind of chip off in random places. And then the puck around I have yet to break. So that one seems to be the most durable. Material wise, the Green Biscuit and Xeno puck don't quite have that same rubber feel that a actual hockey puck does. Whereas the puck around is not perfect, but it is definitely the closest. So if I had to pick one to shoot, I probably would go with the puck around. If I got to choose one to stick handle, I'm probably picking the green biscuit just because it's got the best slide, even though it is a little bit lighter. Overall though, 3 solid options for pucks. I think it just really depends on what you're trying to do and what kind of surface you're playing on. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're still here, you're in luck. Courtesy of Hockey Wraparound, we're giving away a 2-pack of puck arounds right now. All you gotta do is leave a comment. Don't mention the giveaway, say whatever you want, but somewhere in that comment, drop the handshake emoji so that I know you actually saw this and you wanna enter the giveaway. Thanks so much again for watching. My name is Kazxi, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.